Hello guys, welcome back to Madden 17 Seattle Seahawks 10-year rebuild challenge. We're rewriting history, and we're in season 1. We are 1-3. We've done a couple things since last episode. So we made a trade with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We gave them Jamal Charles, who's 29, I believe. 30, so running backs, not all of them can go. Like, that's kind of pushing it for some. Matter of fact, I don't think Jamal Charles did too much after this point in real life, but obviously this is a different universe, and we were able to get a third round for him. Now that's a little bit high. He's an 88 overall for Madden. I feel like that's pretty fair, but we'll see. He is going over Tampa Bay, which I think they're in a little bit of a better situation than we are, so I'm sure Jamal Charles is happy with that. The Buccaneers are a 3-2 team, and so yeah, the Patriots, oh my goodness, they're 5-0. The Cowboys are 4-1, Rams 4-1. There's a lot of 4-1 teams, including the Cleveland Browns, but the Patriots are the only undefeated team. Not too sure what their roster looks like. Real quick, what is their roster? What does their roster have here? Antonio Brown before the concussion. And, okay, wow, Jordy Nelson, that's a 1-2 punch right there. Then the uppercut with Martellus Bennett. Wow. DRC. Oh my goodness. A team that's built for now, for sure. They got some players that are pretty old. It's ran all by Andy Dalton. So this is definitely a win now team, and that's what they're doing. They're winning now, but will they be, their longevity? I don't know. On top of trading Jamal Charles, we have Steve Smith Sr. on the trade block. He's 37 years old, man. He doesn't want to play here. He wants to try and win a ring, So we're gonna try and get something for him while we can. But in today's episode, we're gonna be getting through some of this season here. Alrighty, so we're here at halftime, 14-3. We're again noticing a trend that our offense is just horrible. Teddy Bridgewater, 5 out of 11 passes going into halftime, only 64 yards, and he's already thrown a pick. Just unacceptable numbers. Alex Smith is out there playing phenomenal. Who remembers Alex Smith? He was a really good quarterback. He really was. Doug Martin's already touched the ball 18 times, so you can go ahead and assume the time of possession is in Atlanta's favor. But Kenneth Dixon is the rookie from Louisiana Tech. Hold on, was he an LT Jazz? Hold on, somebody call the. Anyways, Kenneth Dixon, he's replacing Jamal Charles, and he's doing a good job. I think 4 yards a carry. I'm happy with that, but we're in a position where we can't really run the ball. We can't really get anything done. Receiving. Yeah, we have him on the trade block, and he is playing a pretty good first half of football. 58 yards isn't bad outside of, we're not able to do anything. He can still get some things done, so that shows how good he is. No sacks or anything like that, so let's keep simming and see what happens here, but it's not looking good for us here. All right, so we're going to hop in here. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 21-6, Atlanta threatening once again, and it's not over, but we definitely could use some type of turnaround here. Turnover would be nice. Hold on, that dude has 9 catches in today's game. I think that's Willie Snead. It's going to be a play action here. We can't get the pressure there in time. Oh, it's tipped. Go. Oh, you got to dive for that. Pick that off, number 24. Harris Jr.'s been phenomenal. Our defense has been pretty good this year. I'm gonna be honest. They've been pretty good, but we have no offense at all. We'll see. Can we get off the field here? He steps up into the pocket and finally gonna be wrapped down. That's a coverage sack. We have struggled at getting to the quarterback this year. That's not too impressive. To be honest, because that's a coverage sack, so we'll take it. But that's one thing we're looking to address in the draft. If you guys didn't know, we're going to be using some... Oh, did they sneak that through? No, it's no good. All right. But we're going to be using some of the big... Like, we're not going to be using real-life drafts for every single draft pick. But if the player's name is a big name in the draft of that year, we're going to have them in the draft. So, in this upcoming draft, for instance, Myles Garrett is in there. Patrick Mahomes is in coming draft. Christian McCaffrey, all these guys are in this upcoming draft. So we're going to try and snag one of them. I'm obviously going to be leaning towards going for a quarterback. But we'll see how, if we don't have the #1 overall pick, I doubt we're going to be able to get Patrick Mahomes. But we'll see. He dropped in real life to 10th. Maybe he'll drop again, but we're gonna go ahead and get some simming done here. We'll see what happens. We gotta actually hold on. We actually got some momentum here. 3rd and 7. Can we get it? I said we're gonna go for this, right? 4th and 2. You know what? Let's watch this one more drive. I don't want to take too much time in this game. Oh no, you're kidding me. We don't even want to win. We're kicking a field goal. You got to go for it. You got to go for it here. I wish I could call a timeout, but it's too late. Too late to do so. And they could be getting Patrick Mahomes. Could Patrick Mahomes be going to Washington? I don't know. But 24-9, not a good showing here. Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going to be so happy when we don't see him anymore. Here, he's just, unfortunately, on our team. Kenneth Dixon, couldn't break anything crazy. Oh my, dude, Doug Martin ran it almost 40 times. He is not going to be able to play for the rest of the year. That is way too many carries. Realistically, that is insanity. Dude, what was there? My coffee machine's going on in the background, so I'm sorry, guys. Just ignore that. 24 minutes to our 11. That is not good. Oh my goodness, what are we doing? This is just really bad. Alrighty guys, so we have moved on to the next week. We are 1-3. The division looks like this. The Rams 4-2. 49ers and Cardinals at 3-3. We have one game that we've won. It's not looking good. But we just got some trade offers for Steve Smith Sr. Let's see what we have. He's at 88 overall, 37-year-old. Obviously wanted to make sense. I wish it would show the standings for these guys. Wow. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are willing to give us a second, not for this upcoming draft, but the following, a future draft. That's pretty, they want to win with Tom Brady right now. Tom Brady with Steve Smith Sr.? That would be pretty good for them. The Ravens are offering a little bit more though. A 2 and a 5. He's still playing at elite caliber play. 88 overall is not bad. Technically, he's a 90 overall. Is every single team offering? That's crazy. Every single team, almost. So let's take a look between the Steelers, because I don't want to get too much for them, right? I don't want to feel like I'm cheating. I almost feel like a second rounder for a 37-year-old is kind of too much, but because it's a year away, whatever, right? I'll take it. So let's take a look at Pittsburgh. And let's take a look at the Ravens. We'll see which one makes the most sense out of those two. So standings, I like to look and see where a team, especially if it's an older player, you might only get 1 year out of them. Maybe one of these teams are trying to make a run. What does their standings look like? So Steelers, Ravens. So Steelers are sitting at a 3-3. Maybe they do need that push to get to that next level. They're 0-3 at home. That's crazy. And they're 3-0 on the road. So maybe that makes sense. The Ravens are 2-4. I think maybe the Steelers makes a little more sense. They need that extra push. But let's take a look at their wide receivers. Make sure. We know that they have obviously Tom Brady, and he's only got 1 more year. So this is the year to sell out. So that makes sense as well. Then they don't really have an answer, honestly, after that. LaShawn McCoy took a career-ending injury, I'm pretty sure. Or, well, not career-ending, but a pretty bad one. Jalen Richards is the running back right now. They got Randall Cobb, Kenny Britt, yeah. Robbie Anderson, who's hurt. Okay, I see why they might want... Yeah, Jimmy Graham, and yeah, it's a win now. It's a win this season type of thing for Pittsburgh. To give up a future second, like 2 years from now, that might not seem so bad. So that's what we're gonna do. They'll probably have Steve Smith Sr. for as long as they have Tom Brady, if I had to guess. So we're gonna accept that trade. And guys, look, we're 1-4. There's not really much. We're not winning with our roster here, guys. So it is what it is. We still have Brown, who I think is 26. So John Brown's gonna stay here for a while. We'll build around him. Yeah. DK Metcalf. Maybe I'll try and draft him to Seattle. I know. I'm sorry, but I have to bring his name up here. Y'all just lost him. I think he's going to Pittsburgh. Guy we just traded, our wide receiver to. Anyways, I think we're good here. I don't think I want to do anything else. Let's get the season moving along, shall we? Alrighty, guys. We finally in the losing streak. 4 losses in a row. We beat the Cardinals by only 6 points. A struggle fest where our defense actually gave up a pretty good bit of yards here. We did do... we still lost the time of possession battle. We just can't seem to win those. But Teddy Bridgewater actually played. We were going against Joe Flacco, so... yeah. But, we... Whoa, hold on. No... Wait, why didn't Kenneth Dixon get... He must have got injured or something. And Denard Robinson has to step in. Okay. Denard Robinson is our third string. John Brown plays decent. Pretty good. 6 wrecks, 69 yards. And Marquez Colston breaks a big one. 55-yarder, looks like. Or 70-yarder. Wow, 70-yarder there, yeah, for a touchdown. And on defense, did we get to the quarterback? We did get to the quarterback. Connor Barwin, Wilkerson. Okay. All right, so that's a win. Bad news. I think we do have some injuries. We got to go check those out. 23-17 win. It's going to cost us an injury to our #1 wide receiver. And yeah, Kenneth Dixon is also hurt. So it didn't show them injured, like the injury symbol, but that makes sense. So, wow, so he caught 6 passes and got hurt. Kenneth Dixon on his 5th carry. And these are pretty serious injuries as well. I mean, sidelining them for 5 weeks. And John Brown, it's actually kind of unfortunate because this is going to really stunt his growth. Yeah, this is kind of. He's 87 overall. He's going to stay 87. He's not going to grow any. And then, he's already 26, so I don't see this guy touching 90 overall. I think we see what John Brown has to offer. As far as Kenneth Dixon, it's going to hurt him too. I mean, he's in the age of, where he's going to be able to grow the most. He's a rookie. Try to win that rookie of the year award to get that boost. Not gonna happen this year. His season is basically done at this point. So unfortunate, but we are 2-4. So we're gonna continue on here. And I think next game we might want to tune into is we could take a look at the Patriots. We know they're doing pretty good. Let's see if they've lost. They have lost. They're 6-1. The Lions are 6-1. The Cowboys 5-1. And the worst team right now is the Redskins and the Miami Dolphins. No, Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins 0-7, 0-7. Wow, It's funny how things just turn over on the channel. Like in my Madden 2004 series, this was the last Super Bowl. Dolphins, Redskins. But not so now. They're both 0-7. Fighting to see who can get Patrick Mahomes. Dude, I want Patty to go to Miami. Let's see what he can do in Miami. But all right, let's go ahead and get back to simming here. All right, so just like that, we are back in the loss column. Unfortunately, bet we lose the time of possession in this one, and we do. To be honest, we don't have a good roster, so this makes sense. Oh, wow, Cam Newton is in New Orleans, and he's going to outplay Teddy Bridgewater. Not much. Denard Robinson, obviously, is the guy we're running the ball to. Cam got in there on the ground once and in the air twice. Hat trick for him. And we're also down. So I think Colston's our number one, or Benjamin is. Either way, they actually played really well, especially Benjamin here, but yeah, just unfortunate here. Not a good day for us. And I think that definitely goes our playoff hopes here. Not that we had any to start with, but it's so funny. We started off the year and I was like, man, feeling good. Episode 1, we beat the Dolphins, and then it's just one of those years where it's kind of over. So we're definitely going to ramp up the pace. Unfortunately, we do have another injury. That's why I kind of stopped it here to take a look, and we do lose Max Garcia. Now, I wanted to take this time to take a look at other injuries around the league as well. And I really like the injuries. I will go ahead and say this. One thing this era did better than our current Madden, I think personally, is injuries. I want to see more injuries and more lengthy injuries, and the more injuries, the better, because this is simulation, and we want simulation, right? We want to have depth. I mean, this is a sport where, injuries are in the game. You can't do nothing about it. That's just what it is, And it makes building a team that much more impressive when you actually do it, because, it's not just about your starting core, but it's about your backups too. And, Dak Prescott took a pretty serious injury. He hasn't come back yet. I think the Bills are kind of out of it, but we'll have to see. Definitely affects his overall here. It's definitely going down. Forearm fracture. Hit on his throwing arm. So we'll have to see how he, unfortunately, comes back. The Bills sold out to bring in Dak Prescott as their guy, and so far, not working out for him. We'll see how he recovers from that injury. Tyrod Taylor takes an injury. That's new. David Bakatari took an injury. We already knew that. This is definitely a new injury here. This is their starting quarterback. And I Ooh. Jordan Reed takes a broken collarbone injury as their really elite tight end. Probably, as a matter of fact, probably the best tight end in the league right now. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott, the rookie, takes a knee cartilage tear. That's a pretty rough injury for the rookie version. Yikes. That could slow him down, and I didn't realize he's with Dallas. That's so funny. They doubled down on it on the Ezekiel pick there. Cam Chancellor dislocated hip, so Miami's got some serious defensive injuries. Okay. So nothing too crazy, though, so far. Le'Veon Bell takes a serious injury earlier in the year. We've seen that already. Joey Bosa. He's a rookie. Wait. I thought he was in this upcoming... No. Yeah, he would have been a rookie here. Wow. This dude's a rookie coming in at 89 overall. Why is he so high? Oh my goodness. I mean, I know Joey Bosa is a beast. But dang, is that really what they rated him? Coming into this... They just knew, man, he was a beast for Ohio State. That's awesome. But yeah, okay, so shoulder tear, though. Nothing too crazy. He'll come back soon there for them. The Patriots, though, they're starting to face some injuries. We're gonna have to check on their record and see if this has caused any issues here. The Raiders, Rams. All right, outside of that, here you are. Travis Kelce does take a pretty serious injury. So the Saints feeling pretty hurt. All right. Yeah, let's check the Patriots' record really quick. They have some injuries, but they're still pushing through it with a 7-1 record. The Steelers, how did that trade fare for them? Well, they were 3-3, and they're now 3-4. So we'll see. All right, we're here, and no, we're 2-6. We lost again, guys. 35-10. It is looking like we may have a shot at getting Patrick Mahomes, right? Like if we keep playing this bad, it's pretty rough here, and we have another injury. And now it's to Jawan Thompson, so we're down some running backs, which I do like. Running back is a brutal position. And again, just more of shining a light on how much the injuries were better in this era of Madden. There was a lot of things they did a lot worse as well. But nevertheless, the injuries they did do better. We're 2-6, man. We're 2-6. We're about to go against the 7-1 Patriots. Our division is being dominated by the Rams currently, and we are kind of in panic mode. I think Teddy Bridgewater obviously knows we are looking to replace him. For running back, it just doesn't even show. Like the ball has been we've given the ball to so many players. I mean, we don't even have a running back that has a touchdown on the roster right now. That's how bad it is. John Brown's been hurt. This has just been a horrible... I mean, this has probably been the worst... I don't even know if you're a Seattle fan, if you're even showing up to the games at this point. Because there's not even anybody on the offense that you're probably even wanting to buy a jersey of, right? So we got to fix that for sure. On the defense, you might be snagging you a Chris Harris Jr. jersey, right? Maybe a Connor Barwin, maybe. But, it's funny. I think, we might have one of the worst fantasy drafted rosters that you could possibly get. I'm just saying, of course, that's my luck. I want to do a Seattle series, and it's going to be a rebuild, not just a build, but a rebuild. We are really bad, and in the standings show it, man. And then we got the Rams. Apparently, the Rams. We're gonna have to deal with the Rams. we need to take a look at the roster. They are 6-2, the second best team in the league, and they're in our division. So let's take a look at these Rams just real quick, see what we're up against. Are they young or are they old, and maybe this is kind of a fluky year? All right, they have Larry Fitzgerald, who's 33, so he'll be gone soon. They have Andrew Luck. Now, Andrew Luck retired in real life. That could happen in this universe as well. Or maybe it couldn't. I don't know. If it doesn't, we're going to be dealing with him for a while. Probably the whole series. We'll have to see. They have young David Johnson, who did take a pretty serious injury. But, oh no, they have Devontae Adams. Andrew Luck to young Devontae Adams. I mean, Larry Fitz is fantastic, but he's going to be gone soon. And then Devontae Adams is going to be his replacement? Oh boy. They have Julius Thomas. How's their offense? Oh, their offensive line is really good. It's actually pretty good. Okay, their defensive line's a little weak. Their linebackers are really old, and they're gonna have, really old. Their secondary is young. Okay. All right. The Rams have a pretty good squad. Not gonna lie. Let's take a look at our roster here. I do want to get some more gameplay before we end the season. So we'll probably sim. I would like to watch one of the Rams games. You know what? We got 3 divisional matchups. Wow, that's crazy. Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. We're probably gonna sim up to here, and we'll have highlights of the Rams, Cardinals, and 49ers game to wrap up regular season. So let's go ahead and just get to simming, and I'll see you guys when we get to week 14. Week 15. We'll wrap up what happened, and we'll end it with highlights of these 3 and get this season 1 wrapped up. I mean, when there's nothing really, when there's no reason for us to slow it down, and we're 2-6, I say we keep moving with a good pace. So I'll see you when we get to week 15. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are. We're in week 15. From that point where we were at, we actually upset the Patriots and got back in the win column. Beat them 14-6. Very defensive game. Of course, right after that, we'd get back in the losing column, losing to the Eagles, then losing to the Buccaneers, before we would find another win against the Carolina Panthers, and then dropping the Green Bay game, which leaves us to the Rams, the Cardinals, and the 49ers. And not that there's much on the line, but we could ruin the Cardinals' playoff chances, beating them, depending on how they play their last 3 games. And then the Rams, right? They're looking for home field advantage. Let's see. I think they're the best team in the NFL. Maybe we try and beat them and something happens. The Patriots were 7-1 at one point. Now they're 9-4. What about the Steelers? We made a trade with them, and it looks like it benefited them. Matter of fact, they have the best offense in the league for scoring. 430 points over the 7-6 Jaguars. The 9-4 Titans are the only teams in the 400s. It's not even close. So I think we definitely helped them out in that trade a little bit. But overall, the Rams are in the bad. I mean, it's looking. Look at the AFC. Rams, Raiders, Patriots, Steelers. But NFC, Rams are there. So if we beat the Cardinals, we could eliminate them. Maybe play spoiler, or maybe knock out the Rams from home field advantage, though they're looking really good at obtaining it. Either way, there's not much for us on the line other than just playing for pride, I guess. We do have another injury. We've been definitely taking some injuries this year. We lose 2 of our DTs here. Oh, Michael Pierce. He's a rookie, isn't he? Yeah, wow, he's pretty good in real life. Or he goes on to be good in real life. But as far as this goes, I don't know. Go ahead and give him some upgrades real quick to his awareness. But he takes a pretty serious injury. Injuries, are there any other serious injuries? Danny Shelton goes down. Big Ben, we already knew that. Will Fuller. Ooh, Aqib Talib goes down. Try to see if there's any big names. Oh man, the Broncos. Oh my goodness. 86, 85, 85, 895 overall. Down 2 running backs. This is what injuries look like in real life, man. If we're being honest. It's a rough sport for sure. Wow. Wait, was that AJ? No, okay, I was going to say, is AJ Hawk in this game? I don't even think AJ Hawk is in this game. I think he had already retired at this point. Desmond Trufant goes down. Dislocated ankle, partial ACL sprain for Geno Atkins. Yikes. 49ers are without. I think they're out of the playoffs anyways at this point. Tony Romo goes down with the New York Giants. That's funny, he's playing for the Giants. Okay. Brock Osweiler's there. Oof, that's a pretty big injury. KJ Wright. I think the Packers are on the verge of making playoffs, huh? Let's see. Let's see standings real quick. They just beat us. I want to say I've seen them up here. Yeah, they're 8-5, so they're gonna need to finish strong here. There's a lot. It's a lot on the line. So what are we looking at here? Let's just go. Worst team is the Chicago Bears. They're 2-11. Then it's the Redskins at 3-10. Dolphins at 4-9. Both these teams were 0-7, so they pulled it together a little bit. Then it's us at 4-9. And you want to know what? I think it's because we have the #1 worst offense at scoring. Oh my goodness. And it's by a landslide. 272, 227. Are you kidding me? For defense, we are pretty bad even still. I mean, considering like we're... Oh, God, wait. I guess we're actually not that bad, huh? You know what? We actually are really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the 5th best defense at allowing points. But we have the worst offense by a landslide. And that does kind of sum up how we've noticed the simming going. So that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Especially when you look at our offensive roster and you look at our defensive roster. We look like a really strong defense and a very Teddy Bridgewater offense. I mean, we don't have no running backs either. Let's be honest. There's nobody here on the offense worth buying a jersey for. So, Minter is injured. He was our leading tackler, so that's unfortunate. His year is done. Do we have a double-digit sack player possibly with Connor Barwin? But I don't know. We'll have to see. He's got 8 of them on the year. Chris Harris has 5 interceptions. Let's take a look before we end the episode. Let's take a look at the league as a whole. Tom Brady with the most yards over Ryan Tannehill and Drew Brees. Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. Okay. For touchdown passes, Tom Brady tied with Drew Brees, 30 for 30. Ryan Tannehill's having a year. Okay. Blake Bortles. Is it going to be the Ryan Tannehill universe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. For most interceptions, Alex Smith. Yikes. Russell Wilson. The rookie Jared Goff. Not the best rookie debut here from Minnesota. Phillip Rivers is doing pretty good. Okay. For running, 1,159 yards for Giovanni Bernard. Derrick Henry, the rookie Derrick Henry, is a Philadelphia Eagles. Oh my goodness. He is looking already fantastic. 1,100 yards. AP still got it, baby. AP, he was one of the best running backs to never win a ring. In my opinion, the best possibly running back to never win a ring. Jamal Charles has went on to do good things in Tampa Bay. And yeah, what about receiving though? We traded a guy. Has he done anything? We'll see. Brandon Marshall leading the league by a landslide, it looks like, in yardage. Yeah, wow. Wow, Brandon Marshall. Oh my goodness, 1,581 yards. Go off, my man. He's finishing his career on top. He's 32 years old. I don't think there's a reason to come back after this. Unless he really wants a ring, but this man is playing phenomenal. Andre Hopkins, the young D-Hop. For no wonder Ryan Tannehill is playing so good. It's starting to make sense now. He's got a wide receiver. An elite wide receiver. Okay, who has the most touchdown receptions? It's Brandon Marshall again. Wow. And defensively, it looks like this. Who has the most sacks? 15 for Terrell Suggs. Cameron Jordan. Oh, wow. I remember Cameron Jordan. Dominic Sue has 12. And Jimmy Smith with 8 interceptions. The rookie Jalen Ramsey with 6. Josh Norman, before the Derrick Henry stiff arm, has 6 as well. This is back when he was really good, but he just didn't. He fell off quick. Richard Sherman with 5 right here. All right. Well, there you go. That's the league. Now, the next episode is going to be focused on these 3 games. The Rams, the Cardinals, the 49ers. That's how we're going to end it. I know there isn't much on the line really to watch for, but I don't want to just send through this. You know, we got to put the brakes on just a little bit. We got to get some gameplay out here, right? To feel like we actually experienced the first season. We're 4-9. The best we could do, I mean, 7-9. That's kind of boring, but we're going to do it anyways. We're going to watch not these full games, just the highlights of the games. And we'll get into the playoffs. Now, obviously, we are not in the playoffs, but that does not mean I'm not covering the playoffs. I like the universe experience on my channel here. It's not just about my team. It's the focal point is my team, but I like to immerse myself in the universe. So we will be watching playoffs and the Super Bowl every single season. You can expect that here on the channel. So next episode, we'll be wrapping up Season 1 regular season and diving in to the postseason very quickly. So hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.